Shall we begin?
So after watching, the debut of what was it, Rush, which was a pretty good episode, now we have the show that we have all been waiting for. Well, I've been waiting for, Satisfaction. Like 18 years of marriage. I just want to start with 18 years of marriage. Yeah, I know nothing about that. Just Matt Ashmore, just as I continued to watch this episode, it was like watching the Dead Zone all over again. And why? Because Matt Passmore, he just reminds you so much of Michael C. Hall from the Dead Zone. Like, anyone? This episode left me satisfied to the point where I'm like, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I want more. I did not want this episode to end at all. The story was so powerful, and this is happening with a lot of married couples nowadays, so I like their approach to the situation, and they just made it so interesting that you just have to love it. Neil is out of touch with his wife, and he's just wishing he was Mel Gibson right now. He just wished he had the power of Mel Gibson to ultimately know what a woman wants. One can only hope. He's struggling with his work, his daughter, and just figuring out how to tango with his wife, and it's pretty hard to him. It's pretty difficult. She feels he doesn't care enough about their relationship, and to add some spice up to the relationship, she pays Blair Redford for sex, and Neil ultimately found out. He confronted Blair, and he basically took up Blair's position, providing much needed satisfaction to women in need. And he's like, pretty awesome, man. The pay is pretty good, isn't it? I like the part where the daughter reveals the teacher's secrets in front of everyone in the auditorium. Like, that was the song she's been working on all this time, and this was a message to parents, overall, pay attention to your children. Pay attention to your children. That is all she wanted. That is why she did all of that, so that her parents could pay more attention to her. And she basically hated the school also, so she kind of wanted to get expelled. But it's like, and then her father's like the only one there clapping, and I'm like, yeah dude, that's what I'm talking about. I was on his side, and I think most of us was on his side. Most of us was looking at the woman, is like, yeah woman, that's what you get, manpower, let's go. Kidding, guys, I'm kidding. I thought Neil did the wrong thing of villanifying that word, the word that I'm talking about, villanifying Blair's character. That's the one the wife slept with. I thought in the garage he should have actually thanked him. Yes, I'm going there. He should have actually thanked him, because of him, he opened your mind to an entire new world. He made you able to see what you were lacking in your relationship. Because of him, you're basically having sex with all of these women, but it's not just sex. You're learning so much about you as a person and what's missing, the missing piece of a relationship. Just talking to all these women, their problems with their husbands and all that stuff. You're learning so much, and it is all because of him. All because of him. You and your wife, you guys were able to kind of work things out a little bit, fix the chemistry a little bit. But what do? You basically, you made an enemy out of him. Why would you do that? You should have been thanking him. But I mean, he knows where you live and everything. He had sex with your wife, and dude, that's the thanks you give him. That's the thanks you give him. And these two are gonna be basically clashing fists soon. But if that is to happen, Neil, he better, hopefully that Japanese, or was that Chinese guy, teach him a couple of tricks, because yeah, round one didn't really go so well for you. It did not go so well for you. I really liked how the pilot ended, with his wife. They're finally coming together again. They're at the pool. He's all happy, she's all happy. Then she goes inside the house. Then you suddenly hears the other guy's phone ring. He picks up. I'm like, are you serious? That was the perfect way to end the episode, because you just want to know what happens next. You just want to know what happened next, and you just it was wow. in a situation like that, that's who you're gonna call? My god, this show, it is amazing. It is awesome. It is awesome. I was satisfied. I did not want it to end, and I learned so much, and I will continue to learn so much from the show, because the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. And the show was awesome, pretty awesome. 10 out of 10. Yes, I'm saying it, 10 out of 10 overall. So Satisfaction, episode 1, the pilot episode. What did you think about it? Let me know below. And if you like what I do here, want to see more, click that subscribe button and join the ascension. Together we rise. Dude, I'm not homeless.